check us out. If we think it's a sport, come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's a sport, come see what we about.
Jay-Z in the Nets jersey.
Reggie got Indiana. And he was.
So you can see how everybody.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It's crazy how he was making the cuts, making it.
Why is he not better than him?
So everybody take a seat. We think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking that.
Here. No, I don't want to leave the meeting. I'm here. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mike D, and this is We Think It's a Sports Show. I'm here with the guys, and we got a great show for you today. Let's get right into it. As customary, I check in with my fellas to see how their weekend was. I'm gonna go to my guy Preach first. Preach, how was your weekend?
It was cool. I didn't do too much. I did go out with my girl. We went to the Stairs. Stairs closing down on Main Street. Yeah, the Stairs closing down. And
Never heard of it.
Oh wow. It was a vibe. Like in like the 2012, 13-ish. Actually, probably still after that, maybe it was a little vibe. I mean, it was like that kind of tweener. It was generally more Caucasian type of vibe.
Right.
If you wanted to get away.
Yeah, I moved in 2014, so if it was any time after that.
No, it was before. It was when we was in college. It was like that whole.
Okay.
Actually, UB like that. They kind of ran that whole like thing. I was like right
All
there.
right.
But it's crazy because I was gonna ask y'all this. My food took an hour.
That's why they closed it down. They don't got no
exactly
work.
why they closed it down. And I was gonna ask y'all like what was the longest y'all waited for some food at a restaurant, and would y'all would have just like walked out and just left? Like a legit hour. I'm not not an exaggeration, like a legit hour. Might have been even longer than that. But I will say the waiter, she told me when we sat down, like we saw it was 3 other parties. Like it was like 3 birthday parties, at least maybe 10 people. So I mean I knew that, but like I didn't know like an hour was going, you know what I'm saying, pass by. But what was the longest y'all waited at a restaurant?
Hour on Friday.
This Friday
For me.
Where?
Yeah. So we didn't end up going to the game because by the time they got down here, got showered up, and we didn't end up going. So we went out to eat somewhere at a little bar, and it was an hour, bro, for the food to come out. Nobody came over, said nothing.
Was it packed?
Bro, no. I don't know what was going on. And then it came out cold.
Oh,
bro.
Hell no. Nah.
Bro, we were tight. Angie left a bad review. Shout out to you, babe.
That happened to me not too long ago at a Applebee's. It was just like
Applebee's?
It was just nuts, bro. It was like they took mad long. My food was cold. My son didn't get his little kids meal. He didn't get his little kids meal. It was nuts. And it was just like, it was just one person was trying to do 7 orders. It was just nuts. It was just like, I wasn't mad. I just like, I'm not paying for none of this, by the way. You know what I mean? But then I got up. I wasn't mad though, because I understood. So I got up, like, let's go. And I got some.
I'm not waiting
on home. It was like an hour. It was like an hour and a half in total. Like we got there, probably left 2 hours after we got there, and we didn't eat.
Oh, hell.
So it was kind of crazy.
Was that recently?
Right? We got the food. Yeah, it was like maybe like in the last month.
My food was bad, by the way. So yeah, you're right.
And the food was bad. The food was terrible. It was like, what is this? It was terrible.
It depends on the type of crowd I go with, though. Like if it's just me and Lex, I'm not waiting more than 30 minutes. It's over. That's one of the biggest reasons why I order a water first, just in case I gotta leave, so I don't gotta pay nothing. I get up out of there. But the longest I waited personally was about an hour and a half. But that's only because I went with a group of people and they messed up my food 3 times, like legit 3 times. So, I mean, I obviously ended up getting it for free, but by that time, it wasn't no point of me eating anymore. And the only reason I waited because everybody else was eating and I couldn't just walk out. But other than that, I'm not waiting that long.
I'm normally impatient. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm like, I don't like waiting. But for some reason,
Privilege.
like the lady,
Privilege.
the lady, she was nice. The waitress, she was nice about it. I got my meal for free. So I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it's just like at that point, it's like it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's I don't care about that. I came here to get a meal. I didn't.
I was gonna pay either way.
Like I didn't care. But it's shutting down, and that's right. It's crazy, man. They understaff, yo. Like a lot of these restaurants is understaffed. And
I'll say I'm Mr. Analytics, and I'm curious how much the wait times are up from pre-pandemic to now. Because everywhere I go, it say now hiring $1,500, $2,000 signing bonus. So people they're looking for work. Yeah, they're looking for workers, especially here in Michigan. They're looking for workers, but they ain't finding none.
Not at all. Where is the 16, 17-year-olds at? Like, what happened to that?
Unemployment, got a PPP loan. They Gucci. Who you talk about? Doris Cohen? Who you talk about?
OnlyFans. They Gucci. it's up.
Yo, OnlyFans is wild. Wow. Do you need a worker's permit for OnlyFans?
No,
I doubt it.
y'all remember the worker's permit? You had to get
a little green card.
Yep. I remember I got it for Taco Bell. Shout out to Taco Bell.
Green card. You can't call it a green card.
Was it green though?
It was green at the time.
Oh, I thought it was purple.
I mean, but I'm sure they may have changed it every year.
Change color, probably every summer.
But saying it's a green card, Mills, there is such a thing as a green card, like for people who work actually at that. Like you're not a foreigner. Shout out to Afghanistan.
Yeah, we gonna send prayers to them
pulling out
later.
Huh? Oh, Rad going crazy.
And they pulling out?
Pause, bro. I don't know what's going on.
And they pulling out Afghanistan or something?
I don't know what you're saying.
Biden pulled out. Yeah, Biden pulled out. Pause.
But no, we just sent the troops back.
That's what I'm saying. Is Biden pulling out Afghanistan? My trip in?
We just sent 1,000 back. yeah, it's getting crazy over there. We got to do something. No, they left, and then they got on a fight, and they went their ass back. That's what happened.
Oh, where? I don't know.
So, right, but I remember because those images were like, quote unquote, well, it was startling when I woke up in the morning. I never watched CNN. Angie decided to turn it on, and that's the first thing I saw. I saw that. I saw 1,300 people in Haiti die in an earthquake, and I see coronavirus numbers going up. And I immediately turned the news off. I said, I'm not starting my day off like this.
Man.
But seeing those people in the quote unquote Oval Office, and like they took over, I'm like, what's the difference between that and what happened here on January 6th?
Now that is true.
Like, yo, that's no different.
No. I was talking to dude at work, and when he said that, I was like, I'm like, no, you're right. We have to start talking about it just like that. What the Taliban did is what the Proud Boys and whatever their name is, that's exactly what they did. That is exactly what happened.
The Taliban ain't going nowhere though. Like this, they empower.
That's
now.
real.
Yeah, they empower.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Right, you good?
He's swatting the fly, bro. I think.
I'm gonna say, Rad, over here fighting and stuff.
Definitely swatting the fly.
Shout out to
how's it? Go ahead, Rad. You gonna say something? Because you were so like, oh, it's no big deal. But you look over the Taliban, they send the troops. Where were the troops out when people stormed here? But I digress.
What y'all saying about January 6th? It's not a big deal. Y'all heard anything about it since?
Yes. All the time.
What?
It's always a story about Capitol Police, somebody dying. Like people die. What do you mean it's not a big story?
I don't watch. I'm sorry. I don't watch CNN.
No, well, I'm just saying.
Fox. I have not heard. I'm
saying, well, to see what happened over there and to see how we are reacting. Like we sending troops over there, and it's a big deal over there. Would you agree with that?
That is a big deal over there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For who? Me? No.
For the Afghanis, right?
Well, not you, right? Yeah, it's not you, but I'm saying just in general.
You say it's not a big deal, but when
I was saying how
you ever on a plane and it goes down.
January 6th was like, yo, y'all ain't gonna hear nothing much about this. It's not gonna affect nobody's life. Boom. Then I said, so I'm gonna have the same attitude about that as well. I don't know. I don't even know what y'all even talking about. The whole what's happening in Afghanistan, Mike.
Afghanistan is a failed state now. Like when we were occupying Afghanistan, you do remember that Osama bin Laden? You ever heard of that guy? Okay.
Yep.
So it was at
we armed them, right?
Yes, we armed them, but realistically, we armed the Taliban. Actually,
we armed the Taliban, and they switched up on us.
Well, they didn't switch up on us. No, we armed the military of Afghanistan and the Taliban. As soon as we said, okay, we're gonna go home now, after however long we occupied for 20, 30, 40 years, they was like, all right, they gone. Let's get it cracking now. Like now, the Taliban just went through in about a day. Niggas got crazy. President left. Everybody left. And the Taliban is in control now. Yeah. Well, not everybody. There are some innocent lives down there whose lives are in jeopardy and in danger right now. It's crazy.
I'm not to be. I don't know. I just don't know too much about that, and it seemed like I don't know. So what it's crazy because we not in control no more.
But well, I mean,
that's what you're saying. Somebody else in control, not America, not in control.
I don't want to be a conspiracy
I don't know.
theorist.
Like,
it's not so much. It's just like right. Okay, just look at it this way, right? Just say where you live at, right? Just say, Soda Block came in that whole area and took over, and the police was not in control. How would you feel about that?
So, America's the police of Afghanistan.
Okay, we rolling with it, all right. And I don't want.
That's what you're saying.
I don't want to use Minnesota as the Taliban, but just say anybody for just they just went in your hood and they like literally they can walk in your home. They run the whole town. They literally run the whole town. How would you feel about that? That's crazy, right? It would be crazy.
It's not the same.
No, it is. It's actually.
It's just not.
It actually works. It actually is the exact same.
It's not. It's just not the same.
Yes, it is, right?
You're broke because you don't. I don't know. You say somebody. Sam, it's just not the same. We're not about to. Because you saying, bro, it's just not the same, bro. I don't know. They live there.
Nigga, the
Taliban is from there, Sam. They're from there.
Yes, and so is Minnesota, nigga. Like, what do you mean?
No, so Sam, so they might feel like they fighting for something. That's something there. Their country or something.
Everybody feels like they're fighting for something. Like KKK feel like they fighting for something. That don't make it right.
So you're saying somebody who just trying to take over my territory? No, if they feel like this is theirs,
doing, but it was never theirs, right? It was never theirs.
We're not arguing. I don't know that. Nobody knows that, Sam. You don't know that. Nobody knows I don't know what's happening over there.
The Taliban is a terrorist group that we do know. That is a fact.
The Taliban is somebody we armed. The
Taliban is responsible for 9/11.
We're responsible for Taliban, America.
No.
Yes.
How do you?
Yes, we are.
What do you mean we're responsible for them?
Because we armed them.
But there was already a Taliban prior to.
No, before they was the Taliban, whatever they was before that, we gave them power so that Russia. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No,
we armed them. They turned into the Taliban. But it don't matter. We can keep going, bro. We can keep. Let's keep going. It don't matter. I don't care.
Rad is no Van Jones. Rad is no Van Jones. Rad only is concerned with his circle of influence.
That's it.
Rad has no circle of concern about anything else. So,
I can't.
But since y'all didn't ask about my weekend, I will tell you anyways.
Mike, how's your weekend?
My weekend did not consist of the Taliban and they're not any of that. So. But shout out to everybody that's going in Afghanistan. So obviously it's my birthday. My birthday was Sunday. Prayers to everybody involved. Prayers to everybody involved. Prayers to everybody involved. So my birthday was Sunday. Shout out to me.
Shout out to Mike.
Big 29.
Happy birthday.
So the fam came down. I played golf Saturday and Sunday. I played good Sunday. So we gotta get out there one day, fellas. We gotta get out there. Had a little barbecue. Mom Dukes brought down some saline, some crack patties. If you're from the Ave, you know what I'm talking about. Some Loganberry, some bison dip.
A legit select few of people.
Yeah, exactly. So we had, and they brought me down a half-baked pizza. So I've been throwing slices in the oven, cooking up me some pizza. So
Ramondo's?
I'm not sure where they got a half-baked pizza from. Maybe Bocce's. I don't know.
Maybe Bocce's.
I'm not sure.
Maybe Bocce's do that.
So that's been good. But the highlight was probably my cake. Style takes for occasions, but I was living in Buffalo. So one of Angie's friends from grammar school, she cooked cakes out of the lovely company. Lauren.
Bake cakes. Bake
cake. What I say? Make cakes.
You say cook. You don't cook.
Cook. Oh, my bad. My bad.
Nah,
Mill's the savant.
He don't know about that Pyrex though. That's all that is.
Yeah, we go talk about Benny later. So pretty much, she made me a golf cake. It was like the green had a sand trap ball.
That's fire.
It was super dope. Shout out to her. And that leads me into our first topic for today: relationship audit. And so one thing, we talked about this maybe a couple weeks ago. Rad wanted to do it. Oh, it was a great idea. And we're going to audit things in a relationship. And what I'm bringing in is gift giving. And this is mostly for fellas, I would say, because I don't know about y'all. I know Mills don't ever want gifts. But for me, it's not about the quantity of what you spend. It's about the quality. Like, did you put any thought into it? Like, I don't need you to go out and buy me 2,000 pair of Yeezys, whatever case may be. if you put some thought into it. And so when Angie said she was getting me a cake, I just thought it was going to be a little chocolate cake, Oreo cake, something like that. But for her to, no, I was having a golf weekend. I wanted to do Top Golf on Friday. I didn't do it because they was asking for $550. They was wilding.
Hold on, $550?
Yes, bro.
For what? Was it inflation?
No, reservation. So if you have more than 6 people, you need 2 bays already. So we had like 8 or 10. And then on top of that, they make you order a food platter, which is quesadilla, boneless wings.
Because it's a party?
Nachos. Yeah, a party.
Y'all could have just came in separately.
The platters are $184 a piece, and you had to get 2. So that's like almost $400 in apps that they was going to make us buy. So I told them it was quiet. So, but she bought me a golf cake. Played golf Saturday, played golf Sunday. And for her to just to think about like, all right, not to get him a regular cake, but just get him like the golf cake. To me, I thought that was dope. And just like just the thought of it, you know, I was like, yo, this is dope, babe. Like you really put some thought behind this versus Mike wanted a chocolate cake, come drop it off. Like she put some thought into something I would like. So I want to bring that into the audit. Ladies, step your gift giving up. Fellas, we deserve so much more than we get. Stop selling it for socks. Stop selling it for ties, right? If I love socks, Angie bought me some socks because I don't have any black socks and I ref. So I need 100 more times pair of black socks. So all I do is ref. But on top of other things, but if a tie is the only thing on the list, we deserve more, fellas. No more of that. It's a new day, ladies.
Absolutely.
All right.
I respect
fellas, what do y'all have for their relationship audit? What are y'all bringing in?
I thought we were doing that later.
We here. We right here.
I was gonna think of it during the show.
Nope. We starting right off the bat.
This is what I'll say. We need to figure out who is in charge of planning events, right? Any outings, anything. Who is in charge of planning? Are we doing it like
should never be the woman?
So it should always be the man that plan all the events. And why do you say that?
Well, from my experience, I don't know. It seemed like, I don't know, women just seem like they just think they overthink stuff.
They too indecisive.
It's like, bro, just make a decision. Let's go. You know what I mean? They just trying to please everybody, I guess. And it's too much pleasing. And I guess as a man, you just be like, you kind of more, I guess you minimal. So you kind of like, just get it done somehow. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, what if you never
want to get it done somehow and it's less stressful? When women plan it, it stresses me out. So if I'm gonna feel a stress, if I'm gonna feel a stress of planning anything, I want to plan it then. I'm not about to be the sideline of planning.
But what if you never want to do anything?
As a man?
Like what I mean by like go out, like like just regular. Like what if you just be like I don't want to go anywhere, like all like. But not all the time. But
that makes it tough to be in a relationship.
You got to figure it out. Why you don't? Why now? We got to get to the root of the problem. Why you don't want to go?
No. Just like you're a homebody. Like it's not like you've gone out, but you just don't like.
Okay.
You don't.
It's a balance though. Like you have to go somewhere at some point.
No, I understand that. So what I'm saying is in that like who should be in charge of planning? You get what I'm saying? Like if it's that situation.
Okay. In your situation, it's like you are going into her realm. Like, hey, I don't like going out. You want to go out. Let's go. I'm only going out for you. I don't care what we do. I'm not planning this. I'm just going. In that case, I respect that to a somewhat.
Okay. That's right.
If you want, what you want? You want some real answer, or you want like, bro? You can't just say, I can't go out. You gotta get out of that.
No. I'm not saying that
you gotta change. I'm not changed, but you gotta.
No,
like, if you heard somebody like going out,
it's a compromise.
Yeah, if somebody like going out and you don't like going out, you gotta go out sometimes. You know what I mean? You can't. You know what I mean?
Halfway.
But what I'm saying is, I don't have to like going out.
No, you don't.
Okay.
But you can't.
You gotta change.
You can't bring down the mood though. You can't.
I would change your attitude about going out. I would change your attitude about going out.
I'm not.
I would say that. I would say yes, Sam. You gotta figure out how to like that. You got to.
No. I don't have to like it.
You got to do something. I would encourage you to.
No, what I'm saying is that's just like if somebody cooks, I don't have to like the food. I can eat it. out of respect.
But you can tell her like, yo, I like when you make this.
But if you eating that food every day, at some point you gonna say something.
You're like, yo, I like when you like that one. You know what I mean? It's gonna slip. Be like, yo, you want this? Nah, I don't want that.
I'm good.
She's like, oh, I thought you loved this. You know what I mean? So I would figure out a way to be encouraged by doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Find what you like to do going out, bro. Because
people watching something.
something.
I'm cool.
I don't know, bro. You gotta find your kid.
I planted my
find your kid
flag.
you or something.
I planted my flag a long time ago, man.
Bro, you gotta.
I don't have to do it.
You got to. Bro.
I don't. I don't have to. Let's just start there, right? We can always start there. I don't have to.
We start there.
We have to start there. I'm not saying that I won't. I'm just saying we can start that I don't.
Or pick your battles. You know, it's one of those.
What are we deciding on that as a group? Are we saying we would preach? You don't have to decide to like it. You don't have to go. Are we saying, fellas, you should suck it up and you
suck
should
it up?
Well, it's a compromise. It is a compromise. I'm not saying that, but like it's just like certain things is a no though.
And
certain things is a no.
Some of our friends are introverts. We do have some introverts as friends who don't like going out. Just chill at the crib.
Okay, here's
but if your
thing.
girl, this all is if it's contrast like that. If somebody like going out, going out like that, and you don't, it's like something got to happen. Because a lot of people with people that's maybe like don't really care about going. You know what I mean?
They say opposites
sometimes
I don't believe that, but that's
sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
I don't know what that means. But
sometimes they do, sometimes you know.
But this is what I want to know though. Like, do you? Somebody else can go.
Well, talk to Mills. Mills the married one.
I mean, I guess I can kind of go down the same lane Preach went down, but just date options. You know, where you gonna go for dinner? If you're gonna go to the movies, or if you're gonna go, bowling or something. Like, it doesn't always got to be a debate.
Man.
They'll ask you where you want to go. Give me an option. Don't say where you want to go.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Where you want to? What you want to do? Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Too.
So, I mean, me and my wife personally, we had that problem a lot. And one thing we did to try and fix our situation is we got the little app on our phone. We throw a couple options.
I'm missing it. I don't know what's going on right now. Can you read it?
He's saying.
So, for example, Rad, you ask Sean, where we going tonight? What you want to eat? I don't know. What you want to eat?
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. Like that.
Of course. Okay, yeah. That,
yeah. So, like me and Lex, we spin a wheel, man. We throw options on there. We spin the wheel wherever it land. That's where we go.
Okay.
Just to make it easier.
By chance.
You know what I mean? But that's a situation a lot of people run into. So,
because my thing is, if I say, okay, what do you want to do? And you say, no, what do you want to do? And I say what I want to do. Don't get upset about what I said. You can't do that. You can't have it both ways. If I say, what do you want to do? And then you say, no, what do you want to do? And I say nothing. Don't get upset at my nothing. Like, because that's what I want to do. I don't want to do anything. I just said no. No. Prime example. Prime example, though. I said, this is what I said. Yo,
when y'all ready, I can get y'all the right answer.
Listen. Wait. What I said it was, what do you want to eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they said they want to eat, I don't know, a salad, and maybe Tez was on the list. And he said, what do you want to eat? I said, I want to eat Chipotle. Don't get upset about what I want to eat. Why is everybody upset about what I want to eat? Am I upset about what you want to eat? Y'all get what I'm saying, though? Like, if this is what don't ask me what I want to do, and when I tell you what I want to do or what I want, you get upset about it.
The thing is, you're not supposed to ask. So at some point in the relationship,
what do you mean
the woman wants you not to ask no more
about what we're doing,
about everything.
But it's nothing then.
If it's date,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
But that's the problem, Sam. We talk. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's why we here. That's why we here,
brother. At some point, now I'm not saying I'm perfect at. It's not me. I'm like, yo, I don't ask something, but.
Ratchet walk in the bag, get dressed.
Yeah. I'm not saying I do that. I'm not saying I do have done something.
They don't always work though.
Yeah,
I know.
Then
I'm saying
at some point they want to be asked about something. No,
you're right. But at the same time is you want to pick up cues. You want to be like, yo, if we trying some now, we both trying something new. We both trying something new. Yeah. You know what I mean? So maybe you don't even got to know what exactly she want. Just go try something new. Oh, I heard about the nice little restaurant. We going here. She gonna be like, get dressed and come with you. She ain't gonna be like, I don't want to go there. Now, if you got somebody say, I don't want to go there,
we
then
got
that's
a list.
something.
No, we have a list of things. Like it's a whole, it's a wild list. It's just like it keeps.
At some point, I think women don't want to ask. They just want you to go take them a place, go do something, just go do it. Like, bam, because you thought about it, you planned out a day for us, and I'm just gonna follow suit.
Yeah, then you might screw up. They might be underdressed. They might be overdressed. Or, you know what I mean?
Well,
you run into that situation.
You know where you going. If you let her walk out the house underdressed, that's on you.
But my thing is,
if you know you're going to a top-end restaurant and you let her walk out in sweatpants, that's on you, Mills.
What you got on?
Let me say this.
That's me, babe. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Then by Rad's theory, right, if they want the man to lead and take control, then I don't want you to lead ever or take control.
No,
did we not get so? But like, what are we doing then, Rad? Like, you help me understand what that means.
But that's what you preach, anyways. You preach that the man leads, anyways.
No. The man.
I'm not saying
the man is the head of the house. That's a fact.
I'm not saying every time y'all want to get food, y'all arguing over what's. I'm talking about. You know, I think less of those arguments will happen if you just go plan a whole night of no choose. You don't gotta ask her nothing. You know what I mean? I think that's just, you know, I think, you know what I mean? That whole, think that's Rad, my theory.
I agree with Rad, but I'm more like preach because like when I was single, I don't ever go out to eat. Like I cook. Like even now, like I rather just cook too, before I go out to eat. That's so right. I cook Angie something, but Angie's a foodie. She loves going out.
Okay.
So like whenever we do go out, a lot of times it is her because she want to go try a new restaurant. I never know about new restaurants.
And that's fine too, though. That's fine too.
But I'm sure she would love if I like, here, babe, I laid out a dress, some heels. Here, put this on. We going here at 8:00 and we show up and it's just a restaurant. I'm sure she like that. I'm sure she probably heard that.
Yeah,
and
but
now
that's not what.
But if y'all not arguing about what word, I'm saying if it comes to a point where it's like always where to go. I think that from my experience, I think they hitting that you pick it. I think that's my experience. That's what I'm saying. You pick something for me. You do it. That's the argument. That's the root of that argument. That's my,
But
that's what
I agree.
Okay, I agree with that. I'm just saying, like, if I pick the restaurant, then I want to eat Chipotle every day.
But you got it. You can't
I don't.
do
No,
that.
I don't. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can.
No, you can't. Preach. I was almost with you.
You like Sam? Do she eat Chipotle? Do she like it? Like, what do you think?
That ain't my problem.
Do she eat Chipotle?
Then you need to pick something that you like. Don't
act.
Okay, all
right.
But what I'm saying is
almost preach.
Am I missing something?
He be wild.
Am I missing something?
Yes.
Yes. Listen. All right, let me help you out.
Foresight. You missing foresight. That's what you missing.
I was with you because it has been times when Angie be like, "What do you want?" And I say explicitly what I want, and she be like, "No, I ain't really feeling that." I'm like, "Okay, well, don't ask me then. Like wherever we go, that's on you now. Like you know where I want to go." If you don't want to go there, let's go.
Right.
Now, if you just gonna say Pizza Hut every day, you gotta mature your palate. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have to mature my palate though. Why do I have to mature my palate?
Yes, because you want to be like, yo, let me go. You gotta. The issue is when you go to new places, you find out places where y'all both like.
I never like.
You know what I mean? So it's like, let's go to what we both like today. You know what I mean?
But I never like them. We go to tons of restaurants. I never like them. Never.
Yo.
I never like them.
You need to start learning how to cook.
I never like. No. I don't have to cook because I know what I like. Like when you know what you like and when you're comfortable with yourself. But listen to what I'm saying. See, this is the issue. This is what I think the problem is, that a lot of people, and I'm not speaking to my girl, I'm just saying just in general, a lot of people may not be comfortable in their own skin and what they like. I happen to be that person. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I like what I like. Why is that a problem?
It's not a problem, bro.
Okay.
You can't growth don't occur in comfort, preach.
No. What I'm saying, like I said, I do
go out. Somebody else coming in your space.
I don't like it.
You creating something new. It's not you and them, and y'all come here. It's you and them creating something new that y'all both can live in.
We can do that.
Not if you don't only eat Chipotle. What are you talking about?
Yo, our great grandfather ate the same thing all the time, and nobody had an issue with it. But when I do it, it's a problem.
Yeah, and they hate it. They hate it coming home. What are you talking about?
Who said they hated coming home?
Papa was the Rolling Stone. Papa Papa was a Rolling Stone. We hear all this. We hear it.
I don't know if they hated coming home.
home.
Yeah, that's wild.
They hated coming home.
Rad Wild. Yeah, Rad Wild. I didn't even go that far. I don't even know where Rad's talking. Yo.
You
Yo, Rad Wild. Rad. How do you know that my great grandfather hated coming to his wife? Like, what are you talking about?
They just walking in from the still just dirty.
But my thing I want to do it for everybody. Stop checking phones.
Ooh.
Stop checking phones. Just stop, bro. That's everybody. Stop checking phones.
Like, what do you mean by checking phones? Like deliberately checking phones?
Do not go through your phone.
Yeah, but that's insane. I don't even know why people do that. That's
I know,
insane.
but I just want to.
No, it does happen, but that's wrong.
It happens all the time.
Right.
If it happens to probably every male and probably female, a lot of females, it probably happened to everybody. So I'm not even going.
Like before in our lifetime.
Everybody who been able to
I've never looked through Angie's phone.
I'm saying it's probably happened to everybody. Like
somebody happened. Okay,
it has.
Somebody looked through everybody's phone. Somebody looked through. You know what I'm saying? It happened to everybody.
Yo, but women, I don't even be with that. I wasn't with. Went through my phone.
Like,
what is going through my phone?
I
was mad. So that y'all just everybody stop doing that. Like just stop doing it.
You want to be sad. Like you want to be upset. Like why do you want to be upset?
It's not even that. It's not even a want to be because that implies that something may be wrong within the phone, which may be the case. But what I'm saying is the issue is that there, like once you do that, for me it's not a coming back because you don't trust me. There is a lack of trust. Once you pass that barrier, I'm just saying once you pass that barrier, it's like okay, I do not trust you to use a phone that we've been using since I've been, you know what I'm saying? It's like I've been using the same thing. That's like telling me you don't trust me to wear shoes. Like, what are you talking about? I've been using my phone for almost my entire life, but you don't trust me to do that.
Yeah, but that's also applying that.
What I'm saying is, do you take my keys?
You give a reason not to trust you.
Do you take my keys?
That's awesome.
Do you take my keys?
Women, everybody do everything. People do crazy stuff.
That's wrong, though.
I'm saying this. My thing is that the phone is a private thing, and I just don't like. I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't like
it
even.
But
it's just so icky.
It seems so icky. Caught Sean looking at your phone right now, what'd you do? What'd you say?
Going through my phone?
Yeah, going through your phone.
I don't care. Literally, I won't care. I care.
He brought it up. I mean,
no, I won't care. I won't care but she don't go through my phone. I don't know. If she was going through my text messages and stuff, I'd be like, why are you going through my text messages?
But when you say private, when you say that, I guess that's like a trigger word for women or maybe men too. I just heard of a story that got cuz tripping. Tell you that. Cuz tripping. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So is it so private that your significant other can't see it? Right? You get what I'm saying?
No, she can't. No, it's not. It's one of those things where like.
You said yes, Mike?
She can see it. Like if it comes down, she can see it. I don't care, but don't go through it. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
She can't see it.
Don't go through it.
What is it?
Because don't go through it. Just don't go through it. You should trust me enough. It's the level of trust. It's like, yo, you should trust me enough to not go through it. I'm not gonna go through yours. But you can see it. I don't care. You can see it, but don't go through it. Don't be sneaky. Don't be none of that. Don't do none of that. Don't be sneaky. Don't, you know what I mean? Just don't do that. But you can see it. I don't care if you see it, but don't go through it.
Right.
Don't be sneaky.
It's not. So Angie has a journal that she write in her private thoughts every day. Angie journal every day. And like, she told me if I ever went through that, like I say, it'll be no coming back. Cause who knows? I'm sure she's there dogging me, but like it's her private thoughts. And yeah, I'm sure I can see it, but like, no, this is mine. So when it comes to the phone, like I'm sure Angie went through my phone before, like, so I'm not going to trip because I know I'm not doing nothing. But now, like going from today, going forward, if she go through my phone, then we have a bigger issue. And I need to know why you're going through my phone.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bigger issue behind it. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bigger issue behind it. Always a bigger issue behind it. The phone is literally just, this is the most personal thing you got and most people got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know what's going on. So I need to go find out what's going on through your most personal thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? Either find your way through me or, you know what I mean? Don't, you know what I mean? So that's how I feel. That's how I feel. But I understand. But I mean, I have given Sean mad things reasons to go through my phone, obviously, but still, I still don't, you know, I think that should stop all the time. That should just stop. Don't do it.
Yeah,
The phone is
sure,
it's just too private. It's too much stuff.
I like that. So I think we all agree with everybody except for Preach. So Preach, your stuff.
Y'all don't agree with me. I don't understand.
No, we don't agree with you. We don't agree with you at all.
What don't y'all agree with again?
Everything you said.
Wow, so that's great.
just go back and replay the pod from when you started talking to when you stopped, and we throw all that out.
Wow.
You have points, but then you just like on some like, yeah, I'm just gonna be me forever. Like, bro, what? You can't just like, what are you talking about?
It's like your Priest was going to the finish line. He just darted off into the stand. Like, bro, where are you going? He was almost home. But all right, so. That's enough. We gotta get into a little bit of sport. So we're gonna bring the relationship audit back next week. That was good. That was better than I thought. I didn't think we was gonna get into that deep of a conversation, but I'm glad we did. So to start the sports off, I gotta start off with Malice in the Palace. Netflix documentary came out maybe this weekend. I'm not sure. The socials was talking about it. Shout out to Nas. I was talking to Nas. He was like just so. I don't know. But the person who started it, like he couldn't believe who started it, and he was dying laughing at that. But let's get into it. Do we need to explain the Malice in the Palace for anybody? You think everybody know what we talking about? Maybe not. All right, so
I would hope.
Back in 2005, the Pistons was playing.
Maybe
was 04 or 04, one of those. They was playing the Pacers. And chippy game, Pacers blowing them out. We was beating them. Artest fouled Ben Wallace. He pushed them, got on the table. Somebody threw a beer at Artest. From then on, Artest in the stands, Stephen Jackson in the fans, Jermaine O'Neal fighting fans, the fans fighting them, throwing chairs. Like, it got crazy. One of the craziest moments in sports, probably the craziest of my lifetime that I remember, of my age. So it was a documentary on that and the untold story, I guess. Everybody, the players finally got their side out, and it was some shade getting thrown between the players. We're gonna talk about that, but I guess give me your thoughts about the documentary and just as a totality before we get into the nuances.
The funniest part to me was when Jermaine O'Neal kept saying, "When y'all see the rest of the film," like they kept saying that, and I'm like. I was waiting for somebody crazy. Where you go, bro? I'm like, yo, what did I not see? I'm like, what did I not see? And they showed
all this footage. The same footage that been on air for 30 years. They showed it. They just showed it again.
So anytime anybody say when I see the other footage, I don't believe them. There's no other footage. All the footage is out there, bro. All the footage is out there. There's no other footage. So that was the funniest part. That was the funniest part to me. But besides that,
no, I'll tell you what the funniest part was.
Okay, you can go because I might.
The funniest part to me was Stephen Jackson. The man Stephen Jackson was like, "Yeah, I went in there, man. I did it. I was right with my brothers. No, I don't do the time. I went in there, did my things. I ain't kissing nobody ass. Jamar O'Neal time went down though. I was like, not say this.
Yeah, I did it. I mean, I wasn't about to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't get none of that bread back, but.
No, Jermaine O'Neal was there to get his image back. He was in the suit. He was talking proper. He was like, a judge said that what I did was justified.
He probably backed it. This is what I'm gonna say. I mean, do y'all got any, Sam, you got anything to say like funny? Because I'm not gonna, I don't want to get semi-serious. I want to stay, we could be light about it.
No, it was just it was a crazy time, man. I remember my brother was actually watching that live, that game, man. It was crazy. I was screaming downstairs to my dad, "Dad, they fighting, fighting!" It wasn't until after ESPN got like cut the video up, and you can see like piece by piece because it was like they just had a wide shot in the beginning. Like you really didn't know, like it was chaos. But you really didn't know what, like the Jermaine O'Neal hit, you couldn't really see it. That you didn't see that live.
After.
You saw it after. Yeah. Like the whole fighting, it was just like they just had a wide shot, and it was like whoever the announcers was, they was like, "Oh my God, this is terrible," yada 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 yada. But I did not watch the documentary because I just in my mind I knew it was nothing else that they could tell me. Like we literally saw everything. It was a point where YouTube actually took that video off. Because it was whatever, like it was, so it was like, and then it came back. So it was like, bro, we have every angle of this. Y'all don't have anything else. But like they was doing interviews Steven Jackson did interviews. I listened to Jermaine O'Neal interview, and I heard everything I needed to hear. It was, I mean, like, yeah, like
it was nothing new.
It was nothing new at all. And like Jermaine O'Neal, you could have rolled, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do for your family. There's money on the line. What are you supposed to like? Like? I don't blame him.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame him, but this is what I'm gonna say. I feel like, you know, right, Ron Artest went on and, you know, and kind of like let that go, even though I understand how you can be mad at him. He the one who left. He left the team. They thought they was a championship team. I get that whole being mad, right? But it seemed like Jermaine O'Neal kind of like was not in some ways stuck there. You know what I mean? That kind of was like sad because Ron Artest went on and like, yeah, you know, he admitted all his faults and kept it pushing. You know what I mean? And it was like Jermaine O'Neal, everybody saying like he was the one that was affected the most.
He never got
blah,
better.
blah, blah.
He was done after that though, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm sad that he got stuck in that moment. Like that defined him in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I wish that was
heat,
but that's
trash.
trauma though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel sorry on that level, but you know what I mean. But Ron was able to figure it out, so it show you two ways how
Ron Artest was in therapy.
It could have happened to him. I'm saying it could have happened to Ron too. Ron was, you know, got suspended. He could have not been in the league. That's something like don't make it back to the league stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Jermaine, you know what I mean? So it shows you two dynamics of somebody who kind of got over it and somebody who kind of got stuck there. That's how I saw it, unfortunately.
That's a good point. I like that. Any thoughts on Jamal Tinsley telling Artest to go get his foul back? And
I was wondering why they couldn't get it. I was like, I thought they was gonna go to interview him. I'm like, oh, why would he say that? You know what I mean? But you know, that's probably normal jargon though. You know what I mean? I think they emphasize that a little too much. That's probably people say that.
I don't think the foul was even that bad.
It wasn't
Ben Wallace, but Ben Wallace just lost it because he lost his brother.
Yeah, exactly. It was literally like it was literally the camel that broke, you know, the straw that broke the camel's back type thing. That it literally everything escalated. It was just the perfect storm, and it was like, woo. You know what I mean? Ben Wallace's brother had passed. You know what I mean? Ron Artest did follow him, but it was like, they was blowing him out. So everything had to go right for it to even be like this. If it was a closer game, he wouldn't even do that because he wouldn't care about getting kicked out the game. He wanted to get kicked out. You know what I mean? So like it was just all perfect storm, and you know, and it's sad that, you know, Jermaine, all the money that was lost or whatever. Jermaine O'Neal probably was on a trajectory, I guess, Hall of Fame career, and it didn't happen for him. So I mean, Reggie didn't get one.
Yeah,
do y'all think they was gonna win?
Reggie was hurt.
Do y'all think they was really gonna win that year? Do you think they was better than Pistons?
It's possible.
They felt like they
who
were.
won that year?
It was 05 actually.
No,
because 04 the Pistons won. That was 05, Mike.
It was
It was the Pistons.
San Antonio won.
05, yeah.
Spurs
Pistons, yep.
So yeah, maybe they make it. I don't know if they beat the Spurs, but they probably make it.
They had a Steven Jackson, and they said that was the difference.
Yeah, rest in peace.
They probably make it. I'll give them that.
They got a chance. They got a real chance. I can understand why they think that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Pistons was, you know, it was real. So we'll see.
All right, yeah. Stop the malice. I don't need any more documentaries on that. This will need to be like Tupac and Biggie. That was new doc every year.
I was like, what? I was kind of disappointed. They was emphasizing this new footage that wasn't nothing.
Yeah, no new footage. It'll be good. What did they do? They threw a filter on there or something? Like, there was nothing new about it.
They made it closer. It was like this, and it got closer. Now you see it. Like, oh yes, we see.
Oh, dude, Jermaine O'Neal slipped. No shit. We known that for 15 years. Like, all right, we Gucci though. So we'll keep moving. Quick note. The 1-hour hooper. I wanted to bring him in a couple weeks ago, because Nas was supposed to coach at the AAU tournament. He didn't end up coaching, but he said, dude, Hansel Emmanuel Donato was there, and because we talked about him in our group chat, and we was like, yo, y'all think he gonna make it?
Oh,
and Nas was like, I don't know, man, I don't know. So, but he was at the AAU tournament, and Nas called me and said, bro, he making it. He said he's the best player he ever saw. He said the things he do is amazing. He said he is unstoppable. And now he did get a D1 offer to Tennessee State on Thursday. So what y'all think about the differently able hooper, you know, getting a D1 scholarship?
I think it's dope.
We'll go, Mills.
I think it's dope. It's a lot of fight, you know, and drive that you got to have to be able to be good and compete at that level, especially with, you know, having, you know, one arm. It's sad what happened to him. I think a wall collapsed on him and he had to get his arm amputated. But it's just you can tell that anything is possible if you put the work ethic into it. You know what I mean? Like We have one. We have. I don't know if y'all consider him good or not, but there's a one-arm hooper around here to do Zoe. I mean, he can play ball a little bit. He can score. He can, do what he got to do.
Beat us to the Gunsmacker.
Yeah, so it's just amazing to see people that can, thrive, in that area, with the issue that they have. And he's a great player. The guy, I mean, he averaged 26 and 11 as a junior in high school. Like, that's amazing. Like 11 rebounds with one arm. Yo, that's legit. That's legit.
Effort. It's just effort.
Yeah, you got that. You got that power.
I mean, and being athletic. He jumped high as hell too.
He jumped, yeah.
But it's dope. He dunking on boys and everything. In and out, man.
Yo, in and out game crazy, dog.
I gotta be.
I want to.
He ain't got no crossover.
Yeah.
There you go.
His step back game crazy too. I do want to see him against elite talent. Like I do want to. I don't want to like.
But he is playing against elite talent in AAU, right?
AAU tournament.
I mean, it's not like he's not playing against.
Yes,
garbage,
no,
right?
I'm not saying like he not playing. I'm saying I want to see him keep progressing as if. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know he not. I know he is going to be some reduction. Some people going to be cause to pause because obviously he has one arm. But remember like Shaquem Griffin, right? He was like he was the player of the year of his conference and he got drafted. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't necessarily pan out for like long-term success in the NFL. But
He's still in the NFL,
if the
guy,
I don't know, he might.
I think he might.
I don't know if he's still in the NFL.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, but I know. See, whatever.
I verify that.
Say if he go D1, if he's showing up in the points there, I want people to like if he keep earning that, he might have to keep earning that spot everywhere he go. But if he keep earning that spot I hope nothing stop him. You know what I mean? I hope if he can get to the NBA and end up being like in rotation in the NBA, like that's fire. Like I hope that if that's his trajectory, I hope he can
That'd be crazy.
I'm excited.
Yeah, he played for the Dolphins.
Yeah, so give me a in the league.
Okay.
I'm excited. I had seen, obviously we seen like on Twitter, I seen a couple clips of him. I just seen it. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then obviously you just keep seeing it over and over again. So I'm like, let me look up this dude's story. And I seen, he's 4 years old. Wall collapsed on him, lost his arm. I was like, okay. But man, it's amazing because I was wondering that. I was looking. I've been searching to see if he was gonna get a D1 offer. Ever since I said, I was like, yo, I periodically I'll look it up. Like, dang, did they offer him yet? I wonder if they offer him. Like, I wonder is he gonna go? And I'm excited, man. I think Rad is right. Like, I believe that the better the competition, the better he will be. Right? I don't like it.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah, he has to figure out something he's going to because he's determined. Like, I was trying to think of like either like defensively, is it like what could possibly happen? But at the same time, it's like there are awful defensive players with two arms. You know what I'm saying? So like that's not a deterrent.
If the deterrent for me is that he can't how good is he off ball?
He could catch.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like I can see like in the zone, like constant passing is like how you know what I mean. I can see. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. I want to see how that.
But
you know what I'm saying? How trying to pass the ball through zones? How effective can he be in that?
True,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
in the NBA game, when you could just be yourself, obviously, but college, how that translate as he keep going? That's what I'm saying.
But like,
I don't know, but he'll figure it out.
I was doing the same thing, but the issue is there are awful players now with two arms, right? That can't pass through a zone. So I mean, it's like that can't be a deterrent. No, I'm just saying, like for coaches, it is it's a shell shock, but. That's not a deterrent. If he is good enough to play, then he's good enough to play because they're just as bad. Like
but you compare him to a bad player, Sam. You don't want to do that. You want to compare him to
I'm comparing him to a bad player. But they play though. He doesn't have to be the greatest player in the world, right? He just has to be good enough.
He might, though. Yeah. The issue is if he had another arm, he would be the number one player in the country, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we don't know that. His life would be different.
You see what he do?
But he
may not practice as much.
Exactly, because of determination. We don't know. We don't know. It's a no.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Everybody's speculating. My speculation is if he had another arm, he'd be the number one player in the country. That's what I'm saying.
I respect that.
He got the Boeing. He dunked it. Like he determined. He fearless. He got it all. He would go to Duke right now. Kentucky.
He got wig. He
would go to Kentucky right now, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%.
He should be going to Kentucky anyway.
He be on his Monty Bates. Like they be talking to him like that.
I think that he should go to Syracuse only because of the zone. Like I think he'll be good in that zone. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll be good on the.
But you still think because you limited him though.
Yeah, no, but Rad.
That's in your mind because you limited him.
Carmelo Anthony went into the zone. He just couldn't play defense.
Yeah,
Right,
but
so
you only saying that because he got one less
I
eye.
think if you want to go to the league, he got to show that he
could be on the he could be on
defense,
on that side of the zone where his arm is towards the middle of the court and the other arm is not. I'm just saying.
You have to. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Rad,
I don't know.
This my only issue is we create scenarios for not doo-doo players, but like players all the time.
Yeah.
We do that anyway. Like just with two arms. So why can't we do it with him? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Don't
Lamar
put Mike
Jackson
on top of the
NFL.
jug. Yes, we create offenses because
Lamar
he's
Jackson's
talented.
offense was created for him.
Hansel Emmanuel
agree.
is talented.
I agree.
He is a top 20 talent. Period. Let's figure out a way to make him great. Yeah, you're a coach. Figure that out. Put him.
I agree.
Listen, zone it up. His arm is this way. The other arm is that way. So when they come that way, he ain't got nothing to do. The baseline is there for him.
No, I agree.
Why not?
Even like terrible James Harden, terrible defense. You just it don't care. Like you just stand out there.
He only used one arm though, bro.
Yeah.
He literally used his one arm.
He gonna give you effort on all sides of the ball. And if I would send my only go to a place that's gonna treat me like that, like on some not treat me like that, but you know what I mean? Really give me
maximize my talent.
Yeah, maximize my talent. Just maximize me. You know what I mean? Don't even, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right. I'm with that. So before we get into some NFL, quick, respect or reject it. Rad guy, LaMelo Ball, he had an interview. I can't remember with who. I try to get that letter. But in the interview, he said, you want to go to the league, so school's not your priority. We're not tripping off school. We're not dumb. We know how to learn. We don't need school. And school's not even teaching you shit. What the fuck is school? So I respect that or reject that. Fuck school. Check out. What's that? I
have cards, but wait. Nope, no cards.
Call Dub. Tell him bring you a couple. Raw Mills with the upside down.
I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me go
Mills,
first.
why do you reject it? Now I'm gonna let Mills go. Mills, why do you reject it?
I mean, you gotta have a bounce back plan, man. You gotta have a bounce back plan because everything.
I'm killing it. Oh yes, man.
Let Mills go. Let Mills ignore Rat. You got it. You got it, dog. You good.
The league isn't for everybody. Don't get me wrong. It's great if you get there, but there's a chance that you may make it there. You may find your way going back home the first week. And you got to have a bounce back plan to be able to take care of your family and take care of yourself. Don't get me wrong. School isn't for everybody, but there's always something that you can get out of going to some type of school, even if it's like a trade school or something, to learn something to better yourself so you can be more successful in life. But I mean, that's pretty much all it is. You got to have some type of rebound.
I reject it on every level, only because backup plan or not, right? People go to school who don't have backup plans, so that's I mean, it's neither here nor there. The issue is it's just ignorance, right? It's an ignorant statement by a young person, and I'm sure we all made ignorant statements, but this is like the reality is if you're talking about a professional athlete, that's literally one of one. Like it's like maybe like. I don't even know if it's 1%. It's like point something %. So the majority of people will never do that ever, and that's fine. It's okay. There are a lot of working class people. There are a lot of people who have gone to school, and maybe the institution of college. I don't know if he's referring to that. Maybe that is, people can talk about what however they want to, but at the end of the day, college has produced amazing people. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with college. Whether you get a job or not, that doesn't mean that that was college's fault. I understand that there may be a cycle that's happening, but sometimes it's up to the individual to take advantage of what you need to take advantage of. That being said, learning to read, you could be homeschooled, right? I'm not disrespecting homeschool, but like the way it is in America, the majority of people go to school, right? Because the parents work, they send their children to school. Because they don't have the means in order to have, a teacher. Maybe a mom can if they know a lot, but whatever. So, I mean, it's ignorant. It's divisive. I don't like when people do that because it just sends an insane message. Like, what are you really saying? right? So that's my issue with it. It's ignorance. It's ignorance.
So all right, I'll take the other side. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it because you don't need school. You know what I mean? I think school is just like any other like tool.
What do you
right?
mean by that though?
If you go in school, if you take the school route, that's a tool to be successful in life.
But
you don't have
what
to.
schooling are you referring to? Are you referring
School,
to college?
all of it. I'm starting to school.
You can't make it to the NBA without school.
Yes, you can.
So are you saying
there is not a player. There is not one person in the NBA that did not go to school. So that's what you're saying is until we see that.
We don't. What do you mean?
True.
It's mad people from like Europe, like Giannis. You don't even know what school Giannis go to.
Giannis did go to school. It's a fact.
What school Giannis go to?
I don't know. Some shit in Greece, nigga.
You don't even know. He didn't. We don't know. I don't know.
He went to the school.
I'm saying is school for me. My opinion is school is just a tool like every other way. You can figure it out. You know, like going to a trade. You can go to trade school. You go to this school. You cannot go to school. You can be.
Are you saying high school? Are you saying high school?
I'm talking about school in general.
So you're saying homeschooled by pre-K, kindergarten, the whole thing. School is not important.
I'm literally talking, and if you just listen, I'm explaining to you. I'm literally saying that. This is what I'm saying. You ready? So I'm saying school, all of it, whatever you put under the umbrella of school is a tool to become successful, I think. Now, it's not for everybody. Like, you don't have to go to school. Like, if your parents have the means to get you a tutor, to be homeschooled, you could be taught many different ways.
That is school, though, by the way. You just literally just said the name school and homeschool. So
yeah,
you can't do that. That's school. That's an institutional instruction.
No, but we're talking about what was asked of him about school. They was talking about school. They was talking about in-person school. He said we don't need school. That's not right.
But that's a lie, though.
Okay,
I was assuming he was talking about college, but you go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, that's fine.
Yes. But this is what I'm saying, guys. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying school is a tool.
Yes.
Out of all of school for me. It's other ways to learn. People who have never been to school have learned and been on to be, you know what I mean? So it's other ways to learn. People that's like in become monks or whatever. People who don't go to school. There's other ways to
monks go to school. That's not true. They just go to a different.
I'm talking about the American school. Yes. Yeah, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about American. American
school. In school for 8 hours.
Yeah, that school. That's what we talking about. That's the question. I thought y'all trying to change it on me right now.
I'm not trying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's an ignorant statement by him. Because what does that mean? Like, what is he actually? I don't know what that means.
The question was asked about school, Sam. He answered a question. How is it an ignorant statement? What are you talking about?
Because school to everybody does not mean the same. Like, you're saying school. Like, college is different.
Let me level set. They were asking him about his route to the NBA and how he went to Lithuania and everything. And he didn't go the college route. And that's why was saying, fuck school. Like, I don't need to go to school. He went to, we don't need school. You don't learn nothing.
He doesn't.
So
we don't need college.
He's talking about college.
Okay.
But Rad taking it from a different route, which I do want to get into that because that's a better conversation than what LaMelo Ball talking about. So you saying that because homeschooling to me is school.
That's
like
school.
I don't exclude that. You saying just go out there and just make it happen some type of way? What are you saying?
Homeschool.
Okay.
Homeschool is school because generally, have you ever been homeschooled?
I've been homeschooled. Yes.
I
didn't go to school till second grade.
Okay. Did you when you went to school? Did you have to take any exams?
Yes.
Okay, so then like the whole point. So what I'm saying is,
what?
You're still in the institution. No, I'm being honest. Like my cousins, they were homeschooled.
What are you asking? When I go to school, do I have to take exams?
My cousins were homeschooled, but they still
homeschooled.
They still took like
in New York State exams.
So I mean that.
When I was at home, did I take those exams?
That's
no,
a curriculum.
I didn't take no exams.
It's what Mike's saying is homeschool. If you're still following the curriculum, all you're doing is saying that I have enough money to pay for somebody to just teach my child, and they don't have to be with other kids. That's it. That's still school. You just think you need more attention.
But you saying that not even that you don't need that. Okay, so you don't think homeschool is different? It's different. Why? Because
it's way different. It's not even comparable.
Well, I know it's different. But when he said F school, we're not tripping on school. We're not dumb. We know how to learn. To me, to me, that means learning in a different way than just a teacher is still teaching you, regardless if you at home or you at school.
Yeah, but I think for me, because I'm going based off what was asked about him. He's talking about school. He's talking about that school.
The institution of school.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Okay. Wow, he's not talking about education. That's y'all saying school and education is exclusive. That's not. School is school. Education is another thing. Okay. You can learn multiple different ways, and school is a way. It's a tool to learn. You can learn other ways. It's alternative learning.
Yes. Shout out to my guy Tamar Redding, who watching on YouTube.
So I understand what he is saying now. Y'all might not like how he delivered it because he's saying. If somebody said it more, if somebody said it more, no, it's not. If somebody said it more like, yo,
then that means it was an ignorant statement, right? That means it was an ignorant statement. If somebody had
no, it wasn't an ignorant statement. It was just I didn't like how he delivered it. I just said the same thing. I went even further than what he did. Are you saying I'm ignorant from saying that school? You don't need school. I just said the same thing he said.
Only means not knowing. It was an ignorant statement. Like to suggest that like school doesn't matter, you just can't say that because that's ignorant. That's ignorant. That is ignorant. You just said we're not saying that alternative ways of learning is wrong. I'm just saying that school can be right as well. Period.
Yeah, I agree.
And when people say that it's not needed, like you gotta be very careful in saying that, right? Because that's almost like saying
it's a way you don't need it.
Okay, you can say that, Rad, but what does that actually mean for
that you don't need it? You can figure it out other ways to come out. You don't need it.
5 billion people can figure out what? Like, what are you talking? That doesn't make sense.
Preach. I'm with you. I'm from this point. I get what Rad's saying, but for me, stuff like that, I think is more letting people hear that. I think is more detrimental than it does good because it's more people that will take your advice that will completely flop. It's like telling people to start a business. People should not start businesses. Most people will fail at business. And most people hear what you're saying and they try to do that themselves. They aren't you.
They're gonna flop anyway then. If you tell me you heard somebody say you do something and you do something, you's gonna flop either way. If you know what I mean? Like, okay, but you can finish. Let me hear what you say.
Yes, Rad, but that's what people hear stuff like we talked about the stock market. Priests don't like it because people are talking about it and have no idea what they're doing, and people will lose.
They're ignorant.
They're ignorant. So when you say that or when he say that, it's some kid that's not going to the league that's saying fuck school now,
and he's ignorant. Because he's saying it from his point of view, and that's fine. But just say that from your point of view. But there are actually 5 other billion people in the world who are nowhere near the position. First of all, LaMelo Ball. First of all, you come from a fluent family. That's a fact. Second of all, your brother is in the NBA. That's a fact. Third of all, this is not a shot to them. This is amazing. Your father did a world tour saying that he was going to get all of his sons in the NBA, and he literally was on every publication. He was able to start his own business. I mean, this is like, what are we talking about, right? He's legit one of one. He's a 1%er. That's not even realistic. And it's not to say that people can't inspire, but when people say that school is not needed, school may be needed for some people because there are a lot of people who became billionaires because of school.
But they asked him.
But
Sam.
that's ignorant.
They asked LaMelo Ball.
No, but that's ignorant to say that school is not needed. Say that I was the one who was able to have an alternative route.
Talking for Sam? Sam, who are we talking for?
He said school is not needed.
He's talking for himself.
He's not talking for himself.
Sam. Is school needed? What you answering for? You gonna answer for yourself, Sam?
No, I'm not.
You're not answering for the world. Why the hell would you answer for the world? Somebody asks you a question, you answer for yourself, bro.
You don't think he's responsible with his platform?
Yeah, he should be responsible for his platform. I think I took it my way.
Right, he didn't go to
school. Wait, no, let's stop. So you telling me if somebody asked him up there like, so what? How do you feel about condoms? He like, no, nobody should wear condoms. This is raw dog. You telling him that you gonna be cool with that? Or no, I feel like I'm be a little bit more responsible.
No, on that one, I would say no. That's wrong. I don't agree with that.
Why? So why that?
Because
I don't agree with
spread STDs and what do you mean? You can get STD, you can have kids.
So we do know when you don't go to school, you can become a bum. That's a fact. Can we at least we know bums who dropped out of school. I mean, like, Rad, there's an issue to everything. Like, there's always a negative.
Obviously.
So what do you mean? Then what do you mean? You just said that the reason why you just said that you're gonna tell people to wear condoms because you can spread AIDS and STDs and all of those things. So I'm saying the reason why you should go to school because the reverse of that is you could be a bum. You could be illiterate. Like I mean,
yes, that's a fact. But
okay, so
I
it's
don't
a fact.
understand.
So if my point is, if it's a fact,
y'all comparing stuff that didn't happen. Y'all literally just saying stuff.
People are bums.
Y'all bringing up something.
People
like,
are bums.
That.
Do you agree with that? People are bums. Right?
Like, what are y'all just bringing up stuff that didn't happen?
No,
I would say this. It's not apples to apples.
It's not. Y'all just bringing stuff up, bro.
It is apples to apples.
And not going to school could still yield some benefit. Having some raw dog sex, I mean, it's benefits, but I don't know. It'd be more negative.
If
y'all gonna compare the two, then y'all gonna compare the two. That's fine.
No, we can move on. Right? I'm just messing with you, bro.
I am.
But I think he does have to be careful with his platform. He can say it wasn't for me.
That's it.
Right? I'm okay with you, Rad, but say it's not for me.
I can agree with.
He has like 6 million people.
He said school is not needed. He did not say school was not needed for me. He said school.
In the middle of this, I said yes. I didn't. You must not like the way he delivered it.
It was wrong. It's not that. It's wrong.
But if he said it more articulately, it would have been received different.
I mean,
that's what.
But if you say anything,
then that means you. Like, what are you talking
that's what
about?
I said. So it's not what he said. It's how he said it.
If I tell my girl, shut the hell up, or if I tell my girl, baby, can we just quiet down? I'm trying to finish this. Like, what is? Like, what are you talking about? Yes, if I say it differently, right? Of course, if I say something more articulate, it sounds better. Like, what are you talking about? Like, of course. Yes, you're right. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm crying. All right, I'm good. All right, let's move on. Any more basketball stuff we need to talk about before we move on?
Nah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I love when me and Priest gang up on Rad. It's one of my favorite segments. All right. So
I hold my own.
Rap be like, because I just be throwing out just random stuff. Like, hold on. Let me hop in here real quick. Throw some random shit real quick. Y'all to discuss. So let's get into some football. Football season is among us. Football preseason didn't go to the preseason game. I wanted to, but it doesn't matter. Josh Allen did not play. But let's talk about a little football. Any NFL players released, some signed. Do you have a list, Mills? Do you have a list?
NFL players? No, I don't have a list of NFL players.
Mills, no, don't have a list. Was it any notable release or anything? Anything when you talk about anybody signed?
Tim Tebow got dropped.
Oh yeah. I guess that was.
Did Mills say Tebow gonna have 15 touchdowns this year?
Nah, I anticipated him to have a year where he actually played and contributed.
Yeah, I thought he definitely gonna last longer. You know, he got.
But after watching the first preseason game, he can't block.
He was bad. I mean, hey, whatever.
But we
went viral.
Me and Priest was saying that. Yeah. Like, he's not gonna be able to block, and y'all was telling us why he's be able to.
Mike, it's not even. I don't even want to talk about Tim Tebow. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We thought he was. Like, we thought he was. He did. He got cut. Hey.
I think Jamal got 60 million.
So glad that y'all conceded so easily. I'm gonna come in here. I'm like, I can't believe y'all trying to tell me Tim Tebow was about to be Travis Kelce, and we get past the first.
No, we wasn't. No, I'm not gonna. Okay. I didn't say that. We was talking about white privilege and stuff like that. So that's the argument. That's what it was. It wasn't about was he gonna be good or not.
Kelvin Benjamin. He got cut a while ago, right?
Yeah, because he came in overweight. He didn't even get the training camp.
He wilding. See, and that I guarantee he take advice from people like LaMelo Ball. Like, bro, you gotta work out. F the gym. What's the gym? So, but let's talk about Jamar Adams, who signed a big contract. The former Jet star agreed to a 4-year, $70 million to $38 million guaranteed extension with the Seahawks on Tuesday. They're making the highest paid safety in the league, according to NFL Network. So we talked about Jamal Adams when he got traded to the Seahawks. We asked if he was gonna what difference he was gonna make. No, it was different answers. They missed the play. No, they made the playoffs, right? Seattle?
Hell
or they missed?
Yeah,
they made the playoffs.
They won 12 games.
Okay, I can't remember. So they made the playoffs with him there. I remember him blowing up Dawson Knox when we played them, even though we did blow him out. What's your thoughts about Jamal Adams becoming the highest paid NFL safety? Is that warranted? Is he the best safety?
No, I don't think he's the best safety. I think he's good. I understand he's up. They gotta pay their players. You know what I mean. You traded for him. You gave up all the picks. You had to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
You had to pay him. You gave up first round picks. You gave
you
all
didn't
this
have
stuff.
to pay him.
You didn't have to pay him, but if you gave that, I mean, it'd been crazy to give up that much investment and then not pay him. That's, I don't know. Whoever is the leader of that should have, obviously been fired for that. But and
he performed,
and he's good. And he's good. You know what I mean? He's definitely good in a box. He's a box safety, so usually that's kind of limits him. You know what I mean? Because he's not Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu. The people who can play everywhere. But he's more so, a box suited for the box. But I mean, he's a good safety. You know what I mean? But so yeah, he's a good safety. So I understand why he got paid.
No, Tyrann Mathieu ain't like it. He said the disrespect is real on Twitter.
Why?
Well, I don't get it.
Because he didn't get that much bread. He felt that his negotiation was probably off. Yeah, he felt he should have got more.
I guess. I mean, he's the highest. I don't know. I guess, but like generally, that's just how the market works. Like you're the highest.
Next up,
then the next person gets the highest. I mean, the NFL is kind of like rudimentary in that way, but
it's leapfrog. That's all that is.
Yeah. You got hold out like the boy from Miami did. They paid him when he said he's going to trade. What's his name? Damian Howard. Yeah. He said y'all outperformed this contract. I'm not playing. I want to get traded. They restructured. They gave him more guaranteed bread. So
what's up?
Hold out or something. I don't know.
All right. So fantasy is coming up. So I definitely want to get into some fantasy. I am off next week. FYI, giving y'all the heads up. So it'll be y'all three. But when I come back the week after, I really, really want to try at doing a fantasy draft while we do the pod. So let's figure that out some kind of way that we can do it. Don't shake your head, Mills. Don't shake your head, Mills. We're gonna figure it out.
You know my juice, man.
Juice, Mills. What juice do you have, Mills?
Ron Millie, 2-time champ. Talk that talk, Mills. Talk that talk, G.
Mills is the public, and we fade the public around here, Rad. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what's going on in fantasy. I would say that I was not prepared last year, so Mills beat me off just the strength of that. I don't know what y'all issues were. Were y'all not prepared? Because I told you I wasn't prepared at the beginning of the draft. I said I'm gonna
fly. Be 5 years in, bro. Ain't gonna fly, Mike.
Saying, bro. I'm not making excuses. I just asked like what y'all issue was.
I lost because of injury.
My issue was, what is y'all issue?
I'm not making excuses, but what y'all excuse is?
Why did y'all lose the Mills?
I lost because of injury, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, you lost. Kamara put 60 on your head top.
Well, that too.
Mills one, he not gonna
win. How about you, Rat? Yeah, I agree with that. So I'm ready this year. So I do want to do a draft. So let's try something. Let's set that up. Let's talk behind the scenes. I think that'd be fun. Obviously, we would talk during. I have questions that when we would talk about, give people some fantasy insight. So let's think about that. But I am off next week, so y'all gonna have to hold it down. So, but my question this week is, I had just thought randomly for some reason. I don't know what I was looking at. Maybe it was the Hall of Fame. It was the Hall of Fame. I saw Peyton Manning, thinking about his great years, and it got me to thinking. Who, if you could pick, you said fantasy draft, and we could pick a legacy player. There's one player from one year that you could have on your team. Who would that player be? Do you have somebody?
For me, I mean, because I think I'm playing fantasy like maybe 8 years.
Oh damn!
Probably it would still be 2019 Chris McCaffrey.
Okay, you'll go with C-Mac.
Only because he was literally a double player. Like he doubled all the running back points. So I mean, like Todd Gurley had a good year that one year. When I had Todd Gurley, in my another league I rode him. But Christian McCaffrey played all the games. He had all the everything. Like so I mean it was probably 2019 Christian McCaffrey. See, that was just a crazy year.
It was a tie for me. It was either Marshall Faulk or LT.
Mm-hmm. LT was insane.
I'm a lean towards LT because LT, he just was that offense, was a little less powerful. Obviously, the greatest show on turf, Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Hill, obviously, and Marshall Faulk, But LT, he had Gates and Phil Rivers, a lesser quarterback. Gates is awesome, but LT was everything. You know what I mean? I think LT I just feel like he the most complete back of all time. You know what I mean? I think, Barry Sanders got that negative yards. Think if you want to poke fun at that, whatever. I mean, obviously Jim Brown, but he didn't catch the ball out the backfield. It wasn't at the time.
The Jews.
You got people like that, but I think LT, if you put everything together, if you want to put the best things of everybody, I think you land to somebody that's closest to LT. So I'm gonna go LT. I think he
That's
was
good. I went the LT route too, 2006. He got the rushing TD record. I think he had 28 touchdowns that year.
He went crazy that year.
Like 1,900 rushing yards, something like that, somewhere around that area. But yeah, I went LT too. I was torn between him and Vic. Because Vic had a good year in 2002 in Atlanta.
Oh, that Philly year was crazy.
Well, what year was his MVP? Or should have been MVP year or something like that? Or should have been
that
MVP
Philly year? That Philly year.
That was like 10 or something, right? Like a year we graduated.
Philly,
somewhere around there.
Was that when Deshaun Jackson had the run back?
That's when Deshaun was that? No, was it? It might have been. I know when Deshaun Ratchet that bomb against the Washington football team. That bomb, that first play bomb joint. I remember that. That joint was crazy. Monday Night Football or Sunday Night, one of the two.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I was a big fit, bro. Woo, Vic.
Stop the Vic.
Man.
So for me, I'm gonna make it a little bit more personal. For me, right? I could have went LT, Peyton Manning, Lamar.
Love Peyton.
A lot of those. Randy could have went Randy. Right. But for me, every year that I win a fantasy championship, I always have a great tight end. Oh. Always. Not one year have I not won. I'm on multiple leagues, plenty of leagues over every year. I always have one of the best tight ends. Last year I had two. So that's out to preach. So for me, I went Tony Gonzalez. Just because I know that my tight end is going to outdo your tight end every single week. And that's going to be extra, probably 15 points that you're not going to have. Unlike this year, when I had about 3-4 weeks of getting a 0 for my tight ends, I had a 0 for my tight end 3 weeks in a row. I didn't know Miami Dolphins even had that many white tight ends. Every tight end caught a touchdown or something, Mike Gesicki. I could not believe it. So I'm getting my tight end out the way. I'm thinking about keeping Mike Gesicki. That's all. I'm not doing it.
That's a shame, Mike.
I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
That's a shame.
My team was terrible. I told you I didn't prepare.
Let's keep it body.
I will go. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll go Tony Gonzalez. If I just throw the whole pool back in.
Can you not? Is that possible?
Start fresh.
Yeah, you don't gotta keep nobody. I don't think you can force a keeper. I don't think so.
Listen. When at GM, if we get some bad aluminum, we send it back, we melt it down, try it again. That's what I'm doing with my team. Melt and pour, baby. Melt and re-pour. So, all right. So, any more fantasy or football stuff we want to get into before we get into the culture real quick? Anything happening in the league?
Fantasy.
All right. So, yeah.
The league, nah. We just waiting. Everybody just waiting for real games to start. That's all it is.
All right. Good. Me too. All right. So, culture roundtable. We got to talk about it. Buffalo own Benny, he dropped the album, I believe an old album, he said. 19 minutes. What's your thoughts? Anybody listen to it? I know Rad probably did.
I listened to it.
What's your thoughts, Rad?
It was cool. He had some samples on there. Like, it was cool. It was a nice little project. I guess the best feeling I got is like I guess if I want to make a real critique, or not critique, but a real feeling about it, it was like I can understand how New York City rappers really felt about their rappers. I can understand how that got that love, New York City rap, because they talking about stuff you like, your street you walk past, or somebody in the city, or what they're talking about, on that level. So I felt that in some way. It wasn't like a lot of it, but it was like anytime I hear them, I hear like, oh wow, I know what exactly they're talking about. You know what I mean? So I can understand how New York City rappers, when it might hit different. Obviously, hit different if you're from the city
or any other place that has a rapper that they're from.
Yes, right? no, that's a fact. But yes, that's a fact. But I'm saying we at Buffalo, I couldn't,
true. Yes, can't relate.
Yes. We can't. Obviously, finally, I can relate to New York City being the biggest one. We from.
LA is a huge one too, right?
Yeah, but New York City started all. We from the same state, New York City. Obviously, Benny, the New York State. I thought to say New York City, guys. So.
Yeah.
So that's when I was listening. I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? They is big. They not, the biggest, but they big enough that hundreds of thousands of people listening to this, whatever it is. And I think that's dope. I just thought it was dope.
Montana, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was dope. But the music was cool. The samples was good. It was some good songs, some joints I didn't like. I think Conway was nice on there. El Camino, the features was good. I think the features was good. Conway, he snapped. I think El Camino was good. Shout out to him. He's from the town too. I think he was good on there too. So I think it was cool. Cool little project.
So he said wrote Pyrax Picasso 3 years ago and it's better than the new shit. So he said he wrote this 3 years ago.
Well, if it's better than
it sound like it.
If it's better than the new stuff, then he needs to get some more new stuff.
Well, no, it's better than other people's new stuff, not his new stuff.
It sounded old. It sounded like older. Like it sounded older than his last. It sounded older. Like like how what he was rapping about, what he was talking about sounded like older than what he just put out like earlier this year or last year. You know what I mean? It did. I felt like that. So I didn't know that till you just said it, but that makes sense.
I appreciated the length of the album, even though I guess if you call it an album, but because I looked at it, I was like, I really don't want to listen to it. But then when I listened, I was like, 7 songs. I was like, oh, I can listen to this.
Yeah,
that was easy.
Yeah.
That's probably the only time I'll ever listen to it. I think Rick Hyde had the best verse on the album.
Rick Hyde had a great verse.
Shout out to Rick Hyde. It was just more Benny.
Conway had a good verse too. I think Conway verse too.
I guess.
So sorry.
I guess Benny. He was just being Benny. I mean, it was cool. Like I wasn't blown away by it at all. I thought the beats was lackluster at best. But it was just a decent project. No,
I thought it was.
Cool
say,
cool.
I did. I listened to it.
My bad.
I listened to it. I listened to it while I was out there, walking with the carrier, expecting a route. But it was dope. I think environment and atmosphere kind of play a factor when you listen to the music.
Absolutely.
It was kind of hard for me to actually, settle down and actually, hear what he had to say and everything like that.
Mills walking at work thinking about killing people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You ain't missing.
But I mean, I thought the concept was cool. And like Raz said, it's dope to just know what's going on. You know what I mean? That you can just, relate with the album. Yo, I went down this street. I saw boys doing that. Like, that's just like something cool in my opinion, but it was dope.
Yeah. Now I respect that because it's something that I noticed more with when I moved to Detroit and we're here like listening to Detroit rappers talk about grad shit or Joy Roll, like stuff, streets I ride down.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, yeah, that street terrible. Yeah, I know that street terrible. I never going over there again. I never going over there again. So I respect that. Let's talk to Benny. I like streaming for that. So I don't know how it works with the money, but when you can put out just something that was 3 years ago and you can just put it out, right? You don't got to worry about album, like try to go to CD and stuff. You can just put it out on your own.
But that would have been a mixtape, though.
Yo, let's do it. Yeah, that would have been a mixtape. But I don't know
at the time that would have been a mixtape.
Yeah. But mixtapes, I don't think they really, they
made money off of mixtapes, bro.
Yeah, they made money off of mixtapes.
They made money off mixtapes probably more than they do now. No, Lil Wayne was like, he made actually like real legit money off those. Like
No, he didn't. They was saying that he didn't make any money off his mixtapes.
Well, I mean, Bird made all the money, but I'm just saying like that Piff actually they had deals. With
that
them.
Piff. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
they had deals with all of those services.
Exclusive mixtapes. Yeah. Okay, I thought you made money off the music. They didn't make no money off that music. They made money off.
They made money off the deals
putting
that they made.
Putting on that Piff exclusively.
What I'm saying is,
mixtape.
it was more lucrative doing that than doing it with Apple because they're not giving you any money.
Yeah, but Apple changing that though, some kind of way. It's supposed to be.
I guess because that's what Ye doing. I guess Ye's like one of the first. That's how Ye getting all this love. He got some Apple deal.
Oh, word.
Yeah, because that's how you know his live streams with Apple, because he got some Apple deal, some type of Apple deal.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Ye. I don't know what Ye doing. Obviously, it's just him and Drake. I guess he waiting for Drake album or Drake waiting for his album and they're gonna drop. What's up? Y'all, Rad did a verses in the group chat, him and Nas. Ye versus Drake, Rad was Drake, Nas was Ye. Preach had a lot of complaints about Nas selection of music.
Because he was losing.
It was terrible.
Because he was losing. If he was winning, he wouldn't have said that, but he was losing. So he said, play different songs. No, he's playing the songs, bro.
If I tell anybody, if you're Kanye West and 4 songs and you play Click, something is wrong. So that's just for the people out there.
Right. That's the only one that I had a disagreement with. I think he was wilding for that. But I think he won like the last 3 or 4 versus Rad. I don't know why Rad said he only won 1.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
He won like 2 songs. I give him 2 songs.
He won Through the Wire. He won.
It's all opinion. It's all opinion.
he threw the wire was from my Crew Love. Crew Love won, bro.
Crew
Crew Love beat through the wire. Crew Love beat through the wire. Who debating that?
Crew Love might beat through the wire. I'm not gonna.
Nah,
Crew Love would not
for
beat
me.
Slow Jams for me, but it would be through the wire. I give you.
Slow Jams. I'm sorry.
Through the
bro.
wire.
Slow Jams is better than through the wire. It is.
Yeah, for
See,
me
y'all
it is.
wildin'.
But
I
just because it's
completely disagree with everybody.
just because it's like okay, right?
I mean, it don't matter.
we're apples to
They
oranges.
right there.
Yo, can we talk
It's
about
right
this though,
there.
real quick?
It's right there.
How do y'all feel about these celebrities? And I don't care, but like not wearing deodorant and not washing up. Have y'all seen that? Tom
No, that's
Hanks.
just
Yeah,
people
No,
being
they said.
stupid.
I
Yeah, I
think
don't
one of
care.
them said that they never wore deodorant in 35 years. Matthew McConaughey. So what?
Well, I mean,
that's-
if you don't get musty, I mean, if you don't sweat and stuff,
Then it
then
wouldn't
you better
matter.
need it.
Yeah, some people don't got
Yeah.
odor. Man.
That's true.
And I think that's a
Yeah, you should.
that's a wealth thing. That's a wealth conversation. Not trying to be fun. I know that sounds crazy about you not watching up, but that's something they probably exfoliate or like got
Yes.
vitamin. You know, I don't know. They probably do something different.
Crazy
No, you're
soap.
right. You're right.
They probably
Yeah,
do
right,
something
right,
different
right.
that we don't know. So that's but some people
Or they
crazy.
might
So
just
some
don't
people don't
wash
wash
up.
up. Some
Yeah.
people might not wash up. You're
But
right.
like, my
I
only thing
agree,
is,
right?
Some
money,
people might not wash up.
money don't change bad habits. It just accentuates them. That's a fact.
Or create new ones.
Yeah, and create a new one and you don't wash up because you know what I'm saying.
I guess
to stay it?
let me
be
ask
proud
you
of it?
this: Can you? How about if you just washed up? If you just hit the hot spots? Are we considering that taking a shower if you just hit the hot
No,
spots?
it's not taking a shower, but that is washing up though.
Okay, so you saying doing nothing for at all?
I guess that's what they're saying. I don't know if that's what
Yeah.
they're saying, but if they're
Well, I say this. I went to. This
Mm.
is a circumstance. I went to a farm where they had to ship in water. So what they ask you when you take a shower, don't leave it on. Just turn it on real quick. Wash areas and turn it off and rinse off and come.
Yeah.
So I know people who live like that.
absolutely.
On some like.
I mean, people don't wash up at all.
So on some minimalist stuff, I do know people live like that. So
And
I
they
know that's
smell
possible.
terrible.
But I don't know what they were saying. They saying they just straight up don't wash up.
I mean, that's what
they got the money and they got water too.
That's what
I don't
they
know.
said though. So I don't know.
I will say this: the only issue I would have with this is like what happened when you take a shit. But they probably got like bidets,
They
so
definitely
you
got
might
a
be
bidet.
good anyway.
Yeah, but that's
You know
a
what I'm
form
saying?
of washing up though. So I mean, it's like it's not like
nobody calling a bidet a form
Wash
of
up.
washing
That's
up,
nasty.
freaks.
Paul.
I'm never
Pause.
comfortable with a bidet.
But that
I'm not
is a
even
form of
truly
washing up.
comfortable.
If you got water shooting up your butt, you're washing up. What are you talking about? How's that not
No, I
washing
ain't gonna
up?
hold you when we went. What
What are y'all talking about?
the engagement. The hotel had the bidet. I didn't know it's the new version of it. It's like the electric toilet. And Sean was sitting down and she just was like, she jumped up. I was like, what is wrong? I ran to the bathroom. She like, water just squirt. I was like, what? You know what I mean? So they just literally just start squirting her. Rather the toilet just started squirting her. You know what I mean? So I
Is that
mean,
not a
she
form of
sat
washing
back
up?
down. She sat back down and she liked it. So hey, you know what I mean?
Yo, preach. I know you ain't in a relationship, but if a shorty came over and was like, no, I ain't washed up today, but I hit that bidet, you was like, yo, get out my crib, you nasty.
You shouldn't say that. You just shouldn't say stuff like that. You should just
Yeah, like
play it
what?
off.
Yeah.
That's my natural scent, baby.
I
You
would
know what I
say
mean?
something, but this is a family show,
But-
so let's move on.
But let's keep it 100. Like it was a point in time as I'm not. I mean, maybe not for everybody, but you know, for young men, we did
Yes.
the
But
wash in the sink.
but Rad, but Rad.
The whole bag, the whole
We
bag.
had to
But
do what we had
right,
to do
right.
and keep it pushing.
Yes, that's
You know what I'm saying?
but that's a rite of passage. That's not like 59 and you not washing your butt. It's something
But that we
different.
really wasn't washing up. But that's not as effective as you think it is.
I never said
I learned
it
that.
was though. But regardless,
I learned that
It's still a
it's
rite
not
of,
as effective as you
Got
think it
the
but
is.
it's still a
job
rite
done.
of
They got
passage.
the job done at
They
that
got
moment, but I wouldn't do that now.
But you also, as you get older,
Yeah.
body odor just
Yeah.
happens. That's a fact. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You
But I'm saying
or
we
you
can
put-
relate
got a
as
pinch.
young teenage boys. I think boys specifically, some women,
But they're
Unfortunately.
grown. They're grown
but
people.
boys, we
Yeah,
did
kids.
we took the you know what I mean. We just washed up real
No,
quick and ran
girls
back
too.
outside. Obviously, but you know,
Though. It's a fact.
it's easier for men. Ours come out, theirs inside, so you know it's different.
Yo, shout out to the whole baths.
That was
For sure.
man.
Shout out to the whole baths, man.
Man.
Shout out to the whole bath. Yeah, I can imagine washing up in the sink right
Yo, I cannot.
doing,
Yo,
man?
I can't. I just know Aiden gonna just be doing that. They already in that like.
But that like
just turn the shower on.
But that's not even a thing. Yeah,
like,
but
bro,
like,
get in the bath, bro. What? Okay, like they literally
Come
just
back out dry, no water.
Bruh, they on it heavy. I'm like, how do y'all even catch? Like, what's the? Is this like everybody go through this game? This is just something that people just do. They don't want to take a shower. Just,
you try
the burden. Like
but
you have
to learn why though. But like you have to learn why I'm doing this. Why am I actually really doing this?
But
like,
I don't.
Use
What is
musty.
it about the shower though? It's not even that bad.
It's a lot though.
Bad. It's quick.
No, it's not.
It's 2 minutes for me.
Well, it's not the shower.
Like, I'm not
but the
20-minute
issue
showers.
is, it's not so much the shower. It's the after. It all depends on the person. Because like if you don't want to be ashy, then taking a shower you get ashy. It's just a fact. If you don't put lotion on yourself. But putting lotion on,
not walking around talking about
putting lotion on is actually it takes longer than the shower. At least for me, it does.
Oh yeah, my whole routine. I gotta.
That's what I'm saying. Quicker. So it's different. Why is it? Was it quicker?
Yeah. I mean, like it's only a couple months you got to lotion. I don't lotion in the winter or fall. So
you're a different person then. I do.
Oh, fall for winter and fall. You put on lotion in the winter.
I put on lotion all the time.
You talk about your. I mean, your legs already.
Yeah, I do this.
Your legs.
I do this real quick.
Lotion on my legs.
You got to be talking. He got to be talking about everything, right? If you talk about showers,
about everything.
I lotion my entire body at all times of the year.
Sam, take more showers, lotion less. that's
no. It's not. I'm going to lotion all the time because the issue is you never know what situation you're gonna find yourself in.
What? Yeah, that's 100. That's 100.
That's what I was taught. I was always taught you never know.
Have your shirt on.
I don't know.
I'm in a room full of random people.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I never know. That's why you wear clean drawers. You never know what situation you're ever gonna find yourself in.
That's a fact. I definitely wear clean drawers all the time. That's a fact.
So I'm just saying,
don't put on lotion all the time. I don't do that.
Lotion you put in the shower, then you get out. You're already good.
Your boys ever had on some holy socks and had to take your shoes off and you trying to hide your feet?
Yes.
Bro, no, I had to because I was wearing shorts, so I had to cuff the sock all the way to make footies. Did I do that? Oh, that's different level. No,
wait. Turn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Socks?
Yeah.
Like a long sock and footy socks. Yeah, ankle socks. So I had to take off my shoes, and I had dough, and I had to had the socks like that. You know what I mean? A couple of times I had to undo my joints real quick. But of course, holy joints too.
Right.
Got the whole.
Mills, you never changed long socks to ankle socks?
I did that. I did it in high school all the time, especially basketball season.
Oh, he was so all quiet like nobody. I never did it. All right, cool.
I'm crying. All right, so we here. We already gave prayers and dedication to Afghanistan. So hopefully everybody good. Prayers to everything over there.
Yo. You got another. I got our prayers to my guy Tim Dixie. He was playing ball and he tore his Achilles. He wasn't. Thank God he wasn't on break, so he didn't get fired. Everybody else was, but they was at Maston. We were hooping at Maston. They hooping at Maston.
That's when he gets the cops again.
It's not the cops. It's Adrian.
No, that picture is nuts. The crazy.
It's not a cop. It's
because we got the inside information that they in mid shift
but it's A though, so it's not like people be like it's just Adrian. But anyways, they say Tim was killing though. Shout out to Tim. He said he was killing, giving out work. I guess this is his first time hooping in some months. Say he tried to hit somebody with the to rupture his Achilles.
Yeah, my brother did the same thing.
Hopefully, all right though, man.
That's tough.
12 months. It's like a 12 months process back, man.
Yeah. So he just bought a house, bought a new car. So hopefully everything works out.
Sit his ass down now.
Yo. The funny story. My dad, how old was he? 30 something maybe. Him and my mom just got married, and Marcus is a baby. And my dad tell my mom, you gotta find a sitter for him. I can't stay here. I got something to do. I gotta go. And my dad had something important he had to go to. So my mom get a call for him in the hospital. Maybe a couple hours later, talk about I'm in the hospital. I tore my Achilles playing basketball. And my mom was like, "You telling me you couldn't watch your son because you wanted to go play?" He tore his Achilles when he was trying to hoop on the low and tore his Achilles. My mom was tight, bro. Oh my God.
That's karma, bro. I don't play with karma, bro.
Yeah. Nah, exactly. So my dad was done after that. Out to my pops.
How was he? Was his stats? Was it worth it? Did he score?
Was it worth it? No, I don't know. I gotta ask him. Was he? Did he go?
Tell me the highlights. I need to know the highlights before I can judge it.
Was he balling?
Was he balling?
He probably went up for a dunk, got hurt, and that was it. And so, I want to shout out Omar Epps. Right? We shout out Denzel. We shout out Will Smith.
Which one?
We talk about Kevin Hart. Which Will Smith?
Which Omar Epps?
No, I'm being silly.
I'm about to say. Right? We saw the big actors all the time, right? But we don't ever saw like the middling Omar Epps who had the career, but now they're just taking like cop roles all the time.
Tay Diggs.
Yeah. What you say?
But Tay Diggs in All American though. It's his show. I mean, for like Netflix, it is his show. I mean, at least the first 2 seasons, everybody was watching. All American.
But I mean,
everybody was talking about it. Compared to like being with,
you saw Brown Sugar, like you saw Brown Sugar. That was
like something got grew back.
I thought he did all right on All American.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You're right. It's fine. But you know, it's fine.
But like, you're terrible in Power.
Oh,
Tay Diggs is
Omar
on Power.
Epps?
Omar Epps is on Power.
Yes, bro. He a cop.
That's why I don't watch.
Omar Epps is in Power. Omar Epps is in For Life.
They should have made him come back as, you know what I mean, as his iconic role. If he gonna come back in Power.
Oh, from Juice? No, Q?
What's his iconic role? You talking about that?
Q.
You talking about
Juice?
Oh,
listen, who you talking about?
That's why I said which one, because I knew that's why people they get them confused. Mike Epps and Omar Epps. People get them confused all the time. Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm not thinking about. I'm not thinking about Mike Epps.
Who are you thinking about?
It don't matter.
But anyways, that's why I said which one.
What Morris Chestnut? Who you thinking about?
They confuse Omar Epps all the time with a lot of people.
I confuse them with. I was about to say no. I'm not gonna say it. Forget it.
Ooh.
All right.
Makai 5?
Makai 5. Yep.
Oh, Makai 5, bro.
He ain't been in nothing in a minute though.
Yeah,
I was thinking of Paid in Full.
Paid in Full. That was Money Mitch.
But Kanye West got it mixed up. He said I was in too deep like Makai 5. Omar Epps was in. That was Omar Epps.
Oh,
yes, that's why.
Yes,
he wasn't.
Are you serious?
Yes, Omar Epps was in that. They asked him that all the time.
LL Cool J.
And they asked Kanye was just like, yo, man.
That's an underrated movie. That's an underrated movie. Shout out to In Too Deep. Underrated movie.
Like Makai 5. But he was
underrated movie. Shout out LL played good.
Wow.
Hey, that's what I said.
Yo, that is crazy.
That's crazy.
That was the whole thing.
I didn't catch that. In Too Deep.
Oh my God. But yeah, shout out to Omar. I was watching Kanan. Yo, Mills, Kanan turning around, bro.
Oh my God.
I stuck in, bro. It's turning around, bro. It's turning around.
Oh my God. Can y'all stop?
It's turning around. Listen, I know, Preach, you don't want to hear it, but it's turning around.
Listen. What's the original show? Power. Because it's been so long since I watched it. Because
it's Raising Kanan.
The 4th, 5th season, maybe the 4th season, when they lost their writers, I was just done.
It got wacky. It didn't get. They became like it became
too. It was sitcom.
Like
this became sitcom.
It became too big. Pause. Like it just like they tried to be too like
empire.
You know what I mean? They just they became like assassins. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like yo, they out here like.
Nah, man, Ghost was Batman.
Yeah, Ghost
was Batman. Tommy was shooting up penthouses with machine guns. Like, what is he doing right now? Like,
and
Dre was running people over.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Dre was having meetings with multimillionaires who ran. Like, it was just like, yo, what are we doing?
Your club.
Yo, what are we doing?
Off the block.
Why is he embarrassed with somebody? Like, stop. Like, this is insane, y'all.
It just they try to make it like
this nigga's talking
here. They should have just kept it in New York and just let it ride.
Y'all know that Dre took the clubs from the guy? Did y'all know that actually happened?
Yeah, he took
like, what are we talking about? Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga know how to read contracts all of a sudden. Like, give me a break, bro.
It's possible, but I think they just made it too big.
The whole staff and payroll.
Yeah, it's like, made it too big. Yo, bro, y'all made that way too easy. Just cause sell work. You can run like yo. That's another thing. That's an audit too. We gotta stop that. Like niggas that sell drugs, all of a sudden, yo, they great in math though. Like yo, we gotta stop. Hey, stop.
They good with numbers.
No, they know that, but why are they so good with numbers though? Who said that?
Because they got, you know what I mean?
Niggas be real bad with numbers, bro. Niggas be real bad with numbers though. Like who was first of all,
if you're a successful drug dealer, I'm saying
successful drug dealers, they have accountants, nigga. That's not even a real thing. Niggas don't have numbers like that. That's not a real thing, Rad. Like once you get to a certain level, it's almost impossible to count that money. It's literally mathematically impossible. It's not enough time in a day. It depends on what
talking about El Chapo. Of course, I mean, yeah. Talk about like the biggest drug dealer in the city. They not that much to get an accountant, right?
I mean, I don't know what that means. You got to be having millions. You got to be a millionaire, right?
I knew.
If you're the biggest drug dealer in the city,
you $250,000 in the washing machine.
I don't on average. I'm not saying on average. The biggest drug dealer in the city, what? 6 figures? I'm not saying. I'm saying 6 figures. I'm saying
even in Buffalo.
On average,
yes, millionaire.
Oh, okay. We talk about like hard drugs. You talk about hard drugs.
I don't know what other drugs were we talking about.
We
talking about ghosts. Ghosts is talking about plugs and shit. We're not talking about like a
okay, you're right. Y'all right. Millions.
A little corner boy flipping neck.
I'm saying like your local drug dealers that everybody know.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the people we know.
And they're definitely not. And they're definitely not good with numbers. They're definitely not good with numbers.
Yeah, Hov lost 90 bricks. Yeah, like the Hoves. Hov, I don't think Hov wasn't pushing $1 million. He wasn't pushing millions. It was like hundreds of thousands.
Came into the game. He was niggas had
$100,000 strong.
Dan made millions.
9 of these Jack for moving G packs.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Come on, man.
He might have been a million.
I don't think he ever says he's moving millions. I think he said he came in the game like 100,000 strong.
But we know that.
Yeah, something like that.
But Hov wasn't the biggest in the city. Clearly, like we know that.
I know, but I'm saying those level of people. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about kingpins. Like people connect with cartels.
But what I'm saying is, Ghost was way bigger than Hov.
Yeah, he was the biggest in the city.
The biggest in the city is that's crazy. That's not
in New York City. It's obviously
you're a million-time millionaire though. Like that's
fiction.
But
my man Hov said I came into this motherfucker $100,000 strong, 9 of these Jack from grinding G packs. Put the set in motion, ain't no reminding me back. Could make 40 off a brick, but one wine could beat that. Remember that, young fellas? One wine could beat the 40 bricks, dog. Go ahead, put them bricks down, pick up that pen. Hov told you.
If you nice.
If you see that's real game. I don't know what Melo telling people. That's real game. That's real game right there. He said,
every go to school.
So you gotta have a caveat for that. But when it's like fuck school, no caveats needed. I see, Rad. I see you.
What?
I see it right through, Rad. I see what you're doing.
You doing the same thing, saying Jay-Z did the right thing, saying pick up a pen. What are you talking about? Pick the brick down, pick up a pen. You ain't say go to school. He ain't say go to school.
Picking up a pen is better than a brick, though. It's levels. Yeah, it's levels.
It's levels. So I really need to get out of here.
See, look at this. Lamar Ball said, don't go to school, just hoop. And he can't say that. And Mills said he need a backup plan. Mills, you don't need a backup plan for rapping, do you, Nick Mills? Do you need a backup plan for rapping? You gonna tell Jay-Z? That's what I want to kill that. Mills, don't tell nobody need a backup plan. If your son want to be an NBA player, let that man be an NBA player until he die an NBA player. All right, that's how I feel.
So do Mills foot the bill?
Ain't no plan B's, it's plan A's.
He said plan B is to make plan A work. Remember
that's all that matter, bro.
See, we gonna get out of here on that note. A little game from We Think It's a Sports Show. Who do you?
Remember them regular days when there wasn't no more watches for me. Now the money keep calling for me. I'm feeling like everyone plotting on me. Gotta pray for my people to block where they stay. And I know they all counting on me. To go, we going straight to the top. You can't never look down on the streets. Remember them regular days when there wasn't no more watches for me. Now the money keep calling for me. I'm feeling like everyone plotting on me. Gotta pray for my people to